Nadu. 2-time in a row box game champion Zach Bonifer in the house. Tech. There's a tech. I forgot to say, check it to check. Nachi! Checkity chuck chuck. Thank you, Chuck, for the checkity chuck. Walking Miracle, the unofficial official engineer. Yo, Pickle Rick. From the Jimmy crew. Natty. I hope against that happening. Nice try, Nadu. Not yet. How many chuckity chucks can I chuck? Let's bring this music down. We'll get it into its appropriate level. Right about there. That should be good. That should be our voice level for the evening. And we'll do this. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday! What's happening? How are you now? Good and you? Not so bad. Hope everybody's had a wonderful week. Happy Emerald City Comic-Con weekend. Right here in my new hometown of Seattle, Washington. Technically, it was 3 times in a row I won and you went to Toy Con. It was already... Well, Nadu, you don't have to quit. You don't have to yell rigged. What's that, Chuck? Thank you, Pickle Rick. My band. Always my band. What's up, Sim Shoe? Oh, Chuck was responding to Zach Bonifer with the... Oh, you did that. I got you. What's going on? Thank you for the emotes, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. Monster Pete, thank you for that sub with Prime. 15-month streak, 19 months in all. I think Nadu came in and had a sub early on. 62 months in a row. That is nuts. That's not even the... Where are we at? I think we're on like 69 months in a row for those who've been here since the beginning. Something crazy like that. ECCCCCCCCCC weekend. And already, I gotta say this. Already, I haven't even been, and I feel like this year's better. I've been looking at the posts. I see that some of the hardcore fanatics, your top pops and your sidekicks and your Wasatches are all in town. I didn't know they were coming. I saw Geeky Peoples is here. I see Funko has a booth at Emerald City Comic-Con for the first time in years. I don't know about Handmade by Robots. I don't know about Fig Pen. Somehow I doubted on both accounts, but you just don't know. I didn't do the research. I did. I'm going tomorrow all day. Me and Kelly are going. We're going to see Chewy Hawk. We're going to see Allie, of course, Tarjaren Puma. We're going to see Priscilla. And I don't know who else we might be seeing. Priscilla already sold out of her figures yesterday, so I had no chance, which is fine. If I could have got them, cool. If not, I'm just happy she sold out. I didn't see them, and I walked the whole floor, i.e. HMBR. And thank you, Allie, for putting in what it was talking about, because I already forgot. Just sad. Just sad. I'm not bad-mouthing the companies. I'm sure there's a good reason. It's just sad as a fan that you're going and you're like, oh man, I want to see, I'm going to a big con because this is one of the biggest ones in the country. I want it to be good. I want it to be a great experience. But I tell you who is there. V-Friends is there. Looked up earlier. They don't have a full-blown booth like they did at New York Comic Con, but one of the artists that works on a lot of their comic books, DJ Kaufman, who is, in fact, I don't think a DJ, just FYI. But his name appears right there at the bottom of that one. And I saw that this comic book that I bought the blind bags for, the Notorious Ninja, is getting its entire own comic book series. So right there, I've got the DJ Kaufman's that I'm going to take my handy dandy comic binder and get some autographs this weekend. But they're also giving away packs, stickers, all kinds of fun stuff at the V-Friends. It's basically just a table. But I tell you what, they have a presence there. It didn't have to be big. Gary V and the team get it. You don't have to have a multi-million-dollar booth to have a presence at a con, folks. You don't have to do it. What's up, Misty? How are you now? No. I didn't get to go yesterday or today. I had my normal job, my 9 to 5. And honestly, with the ticket prices these days and Emerald City Comic Con, what it is, I didn't see the need to go for multiple days. If I could have, I would have gone yesterday morning to get some of Priscilla's stuff at open and check out the show floor before it got too busy. But at $85 a ticket, one day is fine for Emerald City Comic Con. Hey, Punked, what's happening? How are you now? Feliz Viernes. DJ Kaufman is so cool and a legend, says Tech. You've met him a couple times, haven't you? Yeah, I'm anxious to say hello. Right, Falconer? And you don't get near for the amount of money. You don't get near what you do going to San Diego Comic-Con. So I understand the expenses are high, especially in Seattle. Seattle is one of the most expensive cities in the country to do anything in. Probably more expensive even than San Diego. And I get it. I get there's a lot of costs. And they're still they seem to be doing well. I don't know if they sold out any days. Let's see. I know they sold out of their VIP passes, most of them. Last year, I did kind of talk some smack and said I don't think it's worth what they're doing for ticket prices. And they're probably not going to sell out. And then they did sell out some days. Let's see if I go to buy tickets here. 4-day kids available Friday and Sunday. So Saturday is sold out, which is good. That's the one that should happen. Should sell out every year because that's going to be the busiest day. A $70 Sunday ticket is interesting. I guess it's still a weekend day, but it being the last day. Monster Pete gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. That one's going to Takuma. Oh man, I wonder how Takuma is. He was here last couple weeks ago. What's up, Linder? How are you now? Sith Jedi, happy Friday. Rare Individual is here. How are you now? Hope you're doing well. We're just talking about Emerald City Comic Con. I'm going tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do a live or share photos or what I'll be doing there. But I'll definitely go and we'll have some fun. I'm going to pick up some stuff at Priscilla's booth. I definitely want to get those pin... I don't know what she called them exactly, but those pin collectible things, those banners. I want to get that Emerald City Comic Con if she still has one. I thought over the years it'd be cool to fill it with all Emerald City Comic Con pins, because I already have so many from her, at least 5 or 6. Pickle Rick started a new hype train. Randy C in the house with the sub. 40 months. Thank you, Randy C. I appreciate you. A pin, and that's right, she had a fun name for it, and I totally forgot already. Good call, Walking Miracle. You're here because my brain doesn't work. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good and you, Linder? Good and you? Pennant. It's really funny. Sully, I got the banners from her shop. Well, I would expect no less. She has earned our trust in that every product she makes is top quality. I would be willing, she's never told me this, but I would be willing to bet that she's gotten some stuff in before we've never seen because it wasn't good quality. Like she got it in and was like not happy and it's like, I'm not passing this on to my peeps. I totally believe that. By the way, we're in a level 1 hype train, 94% of that. If we can complete at least level 1, I'll give everybody here 200 Sully bucks. That's subs, gifted subs, and bits, if you are so inclined. If we can complete a level 2 hype train, I'll give 300 Sully bucks. A level 3 hype train, I'll give everybody 400 Sully bucks. Those are important because you use them to buy into the box game. We'll be playing later. I've already prepped prizes for the box game. I'm ahead of it today. Walking Miracle, well, I know there's the Emerald City Comic Con exclusive one, and then I know the rest are like, she might reproduce them in the future, so probably don't have to hurry. But as someone who's made stuff before, like NFTs and stickers or whatever, it is always good on us if it sells early. So we have at least an idea that we're going to make our money back. Should we order more? That kind of stuff. The open edition will be fine. Makes sense. Oh, did you, Misty? Where'd you send it? Did you send it on Twitter? That's where we usually communicate. May I share? Misty, is that okay? She said yes. Let's go take a look. I'm bringing it up right now. Misty got the banner. She has been collecting pins for a long time, and not too long ago, she sent me a photo and said, look at all the pins I have. And I was like, oh, you really need to get a photo of that so Priscilla can see. And she's just starting to put them on her banner. But look at this. This from the Zodiac series Kickstarter that Priscilla did a couple of years ago. But in the background there, you can see there's a gas lamp SDCC one. There's another gas lamp one. There's some of the emotes back there behind that. There looks like I can't tell what that one is exactly. I think that's another. Yeah, that's another San Diego one back there. She's got a ton of them because she either goes to the cons and/or works with mules to get them for her. Yeah, Monster Pete, absolutely. So great reminder, great segue. Thank you. Oh, Nadu, ain't that the truth, right? Boarding pass, last day to order if you're interested in getting the boarding pass plus the free NFTs. So what I'm going to do is the art is designed. The stickers are in. I'll show you guys the stickers. No one has seen them in person other than me and Kelly so far, and Macy. But this is what the sticker looks like, just like what I did with the TwitchCon and New York Comic Con. I made these boarding passes with the Kiss Cut sticker on them. So if you purchased before, you got the TwitchCon one. Let it focus. There you go. This whole sticker section in the center is a Kiss Cut, so you can peel that out and you're still left with the boarding pass, or you can leave it all together. This was New York Comic Con. You'll notice down in the corner there, these are limited to 100 pieces and they're numbered in silver by hand. That's number 50 out of 100. And drum roll, please. Let's check out. Do I have a numbered one? Oh, this was an error number. No, I'm holding it for Brian. That's right. Here is, in person, this year's inspired by Emerald City Comic Con boarding pass, using the Celtic fairy, whatever you want to call it, stylization they did on their logo. I did something similar to the Nerd Unite logo. They came out great, and in case you're wondering, because this was the first thing I did, I got them out, and I was like, please God, let them be the same size. So I stacked them all together, and bingo, they are all exactly the same size. Shout out to Vinyl Disorder for doing the printing. They did a wonderful job. So we've got a nice collection going now, and I've got these two on my luggage. I'll be adding this one to my carry-on, which I'll be taking to China not too long, a few weeks. And I'm hoping to continue to do this and have a really cool collection of all the cons. I wish I had them for all the cons I did over the years. My luggage would be completely full. Thank you, Walk America. I appreciate it. Once the idea came to me, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep doing this. Honestly, I just love, more than anything, I love this up in the corner. The little airplane and where we're going to. One of the only problems is SD for San Diego. We've got TwitchCon, but we've also got San Diego Comic Con, but whatever, if we have multiple in a city. Yeah, Walking Mirror, I want to get started on that early this year. I always say that, and then how often do I do it? But knowing what we know about San Diego Comic Con, not much changes with their advertising, with their marketing, with their brand. So I'll have a chance to get started sooner than later. Thank you, Punked. I appreciate it. After all these years. Yeah, oh, Shep, you weren't here. Hey, Shep, how are you, brother? So with my new company that I work for, which all opinions are my own here on the channel, I'm not representing the company. They have a big biannual, so twice a year meeting, once at the home office in China and then another one here in the States. And they invite people from all over the world to go to the company, to the big meeting, and they do, it's like, get the team together and then show off stuff for the year. I guess like a corporate, bring everybody together. And I was in New York for Toy Fair, and the boss said, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't pass up the chance to go. So working on all the details, the trickiest of which is I had about 3 weeks, maybe a month, to get a visa approved for me to be able to go. So I've already worked with a company that fast tracks it and sent them all my information and paid an exorbitant amount of money and sent them my passport so that they can get everything done. And I think we're on track. I think we're good. I think it'll be here within the 2 weeks, and then I get on a plane and 14 hours later. Savage says, Nadu, chat, don't listen to Nadu. I need no more stuff. I'm about to start my own box game to help downsize the collection. I don't think anybody here would be mad about that. Nadu said, you know what would be a great real estate developer for collectors? One that can construct a house like Lego where you need a bigger home for your collection. You just keep stacking another floor to your home. You know, I could foresee a day where we have something like that, Nadu. For right now, I think the advancements in 3D printing homes is pretty amazing. And I could really see them finding ways to do exactly what you're talking about in the future with something like that. Yeah, and I'm excited, Shep. There's a chance I'll get to see some of the factories involved in making the products, but more than anything, to be able to meet some of the people on my team that I will only have a chance to meet maybe twice a year, if that. Maybe if I'm lucky, once a year. So I can put faces to names and actually get like a vibe off of someone, because it's been more difficult than I anticipated, and Toy Fair really helped in getting to know people that you only work remotely and you work with. I had done remote work in the past, but always after working in the office with these people and then going and working remotely. So like, oh, these are people I can reach out to that are got a cool, chill vibe. These are people I have to approach a certain way, things like that. So I'm anxious to go and get faces to names and meet some people and have some good conversations, and hopefully that'll help build and make it easier for me to do my job, because I'll know who to turn to about what and all that. Savage says, well, all right, I've got room for a tiny Walking Dead button. Cue the Walking Dead theme song. Man, I miss that show. Man, I miss the show so much. I saw that My Pops is buying right now, specifically looking for Stranger Things and Walking Dead pops. So if any of y'all have stuff you're looking to get rid of and they meet those particular categories, those licenses, you might want to reach out to them. Let's see. Linder said, by the way, Sully, my roommate used to be a travel agent. I told her about you sending your passport, and she confirmed that is exactly what is done for China. Isn't that interesting? I never would have thought in a million years, given how we're supposed to be so secure with our passports, that would have been a thing. But as soon as I read that, of course, did my due diligence and read multiple sites and checked with my coworkers who had been, and everybody confirmed that. But I appreciate you doing that as well, because that's scary stuff, man. Just putting it in that FedEx envelope and then mailing it off, I was like, man, here we go. Because if like right now, I don't have an enhanced ID. I only have the passport. If that's lost or something and it takes me a while to get it replaced, I can't travel in the same way. Just make a home out of shipping containers. That is, right now, Falconer, honestly, that is something I am definitely interested in. I watch a number of channels, Instagram and TikTok and stuff, where they build the shipping container homes, and it is amazing. And you can absolutely do that. I think you not necessarily go up, but with the shipping container homes, if you build them in a certain way, you could absolutely spread out if you have the land. Depends on where you're building, right? In Texas, land's not that big of an issue, but it wouldn't surprise me if Sully comes back with a proto-Blockies Sully figure. Man, if they ever make a Sully, wouldn't that be amazing? I don't know if it's possible, but I'll definitely be putting that in the suggestion box every chance I get. Savage says, Nadu, I forgot I had this moment while decluttering. So did Misty the other day, and she posted about the OG Nerd Unite stickers. Oh, come on, I'm trying to go to her account right now, and it's just taking me to... Just go to her account. There you go. By the way, I'm honored that you still have this pinned as your top thing there, back from 5 years ago, almost 4.5 years ago. Your custom one-of-one Nerds Unite sticker. But where is it? There it is. She posted these. I just got some more of these blocks in to put some of my originals in. I need to find some more, but this is like the OG original for one of the first 5 NFTs. But these stickers were so much fun because it was the beginning of what now I've developed 100+ stickers easily. At least 100. I don't know what the exact number is. Jan was keeping track for a long time. I need to check in with her. Chuck said, just don't send it to Joe China. I am sure that is a scam. Yes, probably. Savage says, I had to mail out my passport to obtain a visa for Italy way back in the day. So scared. I gotta check on that. Does Italy require? I didn't know if they required. Because Kelly and I are talking about possibly going. Nice. Misty said the custom 101 is going in the empty block I have. If anybody needs those blocks, they're great. They're magnetic, so you can easily take apart to put something in between. They're not tall enough for sports cards or anything, but for my stickers, they're perfect for those 3-inch wide stickers. Joe China is related to Joe Mama. Chuck said I should go pull my OG Nerd Unite sticker collection. I am sure it is one of the larger ones. I used to win stickers every few. I remember sending you a lot of envelopes and packages. By the way, if you ordered the latest boarding pass, it is on its way to you already. I got them in 2 days ago. I numbered them that evening. I put them in envelopes yesterday morning, stamped them, dropped them at the post office at lunchtime. So they're on their way to you. Nadu, yours is a package. Everybody else is an envelope. I would love to see some photos of the Nerd Unite collection. I don't plan on stopping. I am really impressed, proud of myself that I got this done while working full-time and doing everything I've been doing. The art done. I had so much fun doing the art and the production and everything. Luckily, I did so much good setup work on the art for this, for the boarding pass, changing some very minor things on there and putting in the new artwork and coordinating with the printer, Vinyl Disorder, who is so good. I just sent them and said, these are the previous orders. I want to match the size and the style exactly. And they're good people. They looked it up and they said, we got you. And they nailed it. They nailed it down to the decimal. Yeah, those cases come from Amazon, Monster Pete. Yeah, I'm sure somebody can send you the link. Chuck said Joe Mama is so fat. When he sat on jumped Joe Not good. Savage says to Misty and Nadu, how I know I have too much stuff and it's time to slow down the collecting. So the new Mario Brothers movie comes out in 2 weeks. Why do I still have that huge Bowser that blows out steam toy figure from 2023 in its Target shopping bag? I never took it out of the bag from 3 years ago. That's amazing, Savage. I'm not even that nuts. It's crazy how that padded envelope is a godsend for timing. Everyone should be jumping on those. Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants that, I mean, for people in the U.S., I think that the envelope with the standard stamp goes pretty quick. I think most people get them in 2, 3, 4 days. But if Walking Miracle wants it or anybody else, if you want, I can put your stickers in a padded envelope, but the shipping, instead of the included 70 cents that I pay for a stamp or whatever it is these days, is like $5 or $6. So keep that into consideration. If it's worth it to you, absolutely. But if not, patience. All right, we got to get into some fun stuff. Some stuff to open, some stuff to show. We're going to play the box game. But I still did the work this week. I like the idea of never taking a day off unless I'm traveling or out of town. I do have a free NFT for you guys today. Let me show you, and then I'll enable the link. I always try to theme it to something in pop culture that's currently happening or just happened or is just about to happen. I actually have something really fun planned for next week if I can get it done. Something I started a long time ago and never finished. I'm going to go back to. But for this week, it was a challenge, but I got it done. How about... It looks very simple. There's more to it than you'd expect going on there. And in fact, I may have to redo a little bit of the back. Right, Scrubs. Nobody understood. Anybody get this one? Exactly. Falconer nailed it. Hoppers. Hoppers is out in theaters this weekend. Looks like a really cute Pixar movie. And I'm anxious to see it. I think it's got really good reviews. I don't think we'll make it out to see it. But there it is. Like I said, it looks very plain. There's a lot more to it than that. I will enable the forms. Give me a moment so that you guys can jump on in there and get your free NFT. All right, the chat command should now be enabled, and the timer should now also be enabled. So if you guys do ! free NFT. Did you, Monster Pete? Dope. I honestly rarely look to see who got number one. I let you guys find it. That's really cool. Oh, Falconers, what did you think? Did you like Hoppers? Gotta love those free previews or early access films. That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to see it. I don't think we're going to get out to the theater this weekend. We got with Seattle, Emerald City Comic Con, the ECCCCCC tomorrow, and then Sunday. Kelly had some plans already. There you go. Nadu got it to work, and it's pinned by Misty. Thank you. So yeah, you guys grab up the free NFT. It will likely not go out till Sunday or maybe even Monday, just an FYI, because of tomorrow being Emerald City Comic Con. I'll be busy most of the day and the evening for dinner, so I won't have a chance to... I just noticed something. This was up on my screen. This is Liz Misty's photo. Does anybody else see in the upper right-hand corner of the photo, it looks like the shadow of a crown. Is that something on the table? Like a spill, or is that a shadow of a crown? Is Freddy Funko looking at the stickers? Falconer said, yeah, it was fantastic, hilarious, and a lot bigger movie than the trailer portrays. Oh, great. I love to hear that. Oh, so it is the crown. And Misty said, Jesse started maybe the crown. That's awesome. Might be a crime scene. She's making shadow puppets. That's hilarious. Okay, let's first up. I'm not going to open it on stream today because I want to do whole separate videos of this stuff. But as per our conversation last week, I did get in my Topps Series 1 Super Box, as they call it. There's a bunch of different ways they package sports cards these days. Specifically, Topps has like hangers and fat packs and hobby boxes and blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of different names, but if you're looking for this is called a Topps Series 1 Super Box. First time ever that Funko is working directly with the company that will eventually purchase them on a sports card product. I'm making this prediction. I'm going to stick with it. $29.99 with free delivery from Best Buy. And last I checked, they still had some. In the Super Box, you get 10 packs. So there's 10 standard packs with, I think, 8 or 12 cards in each pack. No, 10 cards. 14 cards. I can't read. So 10 packs of 40, so 140 cards. One jumbo card that also comes with a companion card. One pack of 5 foil board cards. So they're basically like some fancier cards. Of course, you have the chance to pull inserts and stuff. And back here in the bottom right-hand corner, you get one Biddy Pop. And it can be like Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani. There's like 6 or 7 different possible... there you go. On the back it shows. There's 5 possible players that you can get. But the really cool thing on these is, and it doesn't show it on the back of the box here, there are some cards that have the player on them as a Biddy Pop. And I believe each one's limited, very limited in quantity. And if you pull those, they're going for hundreds of dollars on eBay right now. I saw a screenshot, but I haven't looked it up myself. Let's take a look-see. I really would love to own a couple of those because I love the first of anything, and getting the first like Ohtani Biddy Pop card would be really cool. That's the Biddy Pop itself, but let's see what one of the cards... People may not know what to call them, so I may have to try a couple of search. They probably don't even use Biddy Pop. Let's just put Funko Pop. There we go. So here's a Shohei Ohtani. Is it numbered? I don't think they're numbered, but they are super limited. And this one, they're asking $720. Of course, we know that's not the value. Let's go down and let's look up sold. And let's see if any have sold. There we go. $1,000 for that one. $900 for that one. And take into account, this was $900 was the first number. Before that, even, no, just most recently, $850. I wish they were in date order. But $1,800 for this one? That must have been, it wasn't even one of the first ones ever. $1,000, $1,200, $880. And look how many of them are on the market. Somebody did not. Oh, okay. Not the SP. Gotcha. Somebody sold that one cheap. But the prices are good. Are real good. Chuck said, I almost picked up a 59 card hanger box today. What made you stop? Shep said, super sick. Red Ranger says, wish the cards were of the actual pops and not the biddies. Just don't love the look so big like that. It's not... Like, I think something cooler could have been done, but I love the fact that they did it. Because I can't think of any other collaborations with sports teams and a collectible that even comes close to anything like this, to be on card, and with as big as trading cards are right now, that's huge. Those early sales being, let's call it an average of $900 per card. That's amazing. And somewhere I have the information on how many of those was produced. Let me see if I can find it in my history here. Reddit. Somebody, I found a Reddit link. I'll have to look at my history. That somebody did the research, and they told you how many history, Reddit tops. Here we go. I'll share this link too if anybody else is interested in looking at it. I think this is just fascinating information. But if we go down here and I look up Biddy, they didn't use Biddy either. So let's look up Pop. There we go. I'll bump up. Nope. Is it not showing? They may not have it in here. Is Superbox on the page? Funko base cards. They just call them Funko. So there's only 490 of each. Honestly, those prices, that can't be Funko base card autos. There's some auto cards as well. There's only 10 of those. If there's truly 490 of each and they're selling at that price, that's unreal. Let me look up Funko again and make sure I didn't miss something on the page. You got to be kidding me. There's 490 of each of these, and they're selling for that amount. Let's look up one of these and see if they put the count in the listing. Because I don't think the cards are numbered. They're not. They're not even a numbered card, which is, let's see on the front. Make sure that's not on the front. It's not even a numbered card, and they're selling them that high, which tells you how big of a draw it is. If there's 490 and they're selling for those prices, that's crazy. I don't think we can say that, Red Ranger. I mean, my first instinct is that really seems high, but you've got repeated sales in the last few days, with the most recent one today being March 6th. One sold today for $850. 4 days ago, $1,000. 3 days ago, I don't know what is this one signed. Why is this one $17.99? Oh, well, it's best offer off of $17.99, but maybe it's just super minty. But that one in particular does seem like an overpay. But as always, supply and demand dictates the value. And if people are willing to pay $900 or whatever a piece for them, then that's the value. That's that easy. You missed the tops, Monster Pete. These are still readily available. These super boxes, let's look it up and see if I can find the link on Best Buy. I'm willing to share it with you guys for sure. Best Buy Tops Series 1 Super Box. And you got to use that as exact word. Super Box is what you're looking for. You can't go any other route. It has to be those. Okay, I might have been wrong on price. It wasn't $29.99. I apologize. $39.99, which in the sports card world is nothing. No big deal. But you're not going to find the tops, the Funko ones out of the standard mega box or a hanger. It won't be in those. Has to be in the Top Series 1 2026, the 75th anniversary super boxes. And if you look here, GameStop has them at retail in stock. Let's see who else has them. I might need to put in some more. Let's put 2026. Dick's Sporting Goods has it for $40, which is essentially $39.99. I know they're carrying a lot of sports cards these days. Best Buy was where I got mine. I'm not seeing them show up right now. Oh, Fanatic. Oh, no, never mind. They don't have it on Fanatics anymore. But for $40, for a chance to get one of those cards, and there's Shohei, there's Mike Trout, there's quite a few players as characters. I just was putting in Ohtani, but if we, because he's going to be the most expensive one. But if we come out here to Funko Pop Tops card and we look, there's an example of a Mike Trout, that one for $300. There's a Luis Arias. That one's not going to go for much. He's not as good of or as well known of a player. He might be just as good. He just needs more years, right? Aaron Judge, $366. Aaron Judge, $360. Yeah, that's amazing. Bryce Harper, 350. That's crazy. I did say Best Buy earlier. Yes, that's one of the places that you can get them for sure. But I don't know. They didn't come up on this search I just did. I know Best Buy had free shipping. That's why I went with them. But you may be able to get free shipping at GameStop or even Dick's Sporting Goods. Tops Super Box. They may be out. Let's see. We'll let it load. Let's try different. We'll leave Superbox out. Let's go Tops 2026. So Best Buy may be out at this point. And Tops, they're not going to go back and reprint these with sports cards. Tops, especially, which is owned by Fanatics, they move fast. So for y'all, I'd go to GameStop. Probably, I wouldn't get in the car and go to your local GameStop. I would check online first and see if they actually have, maybe even call, because a lot of these stores are going to sell out. Or Dick's Sporting Goods, you can check online and see if you can get them. $6.99 shipping on GameStop. I mean, again, you're getting quite a bit in that box. $6.99 is not that bad. Maybe there's some other things you can find on the site at the same time. I wouldn't let that slow you down so bad. These boxes will sell out across all those channels, and then the aftermarket on them, they're going to go up. I would think, especially if those Tops Funko cards stay valuable, if they're still selling for near $1,000. Let's look up Funko or Tops 2026 Super Box on eBay, and let's see if people are already selling the Super Box unopened. Let's try. Oh man, it spilled my water. All these years of streaming, I don't think I've done that before. Let me grab a shirt. I'll be right back. Luckily, it didn't go in my keyboard. That would have sucked. Let's see. I was looking up the super boxes. Unopened is what I was going to type in. I just want to see if they're already getting, if they're already being resold at a markup. That's basketball. We want baseball. Yeah, look at this. $50. $59 right below it. So if you can find them, I mean, you could technically flip them right now and make a few bucks, but I think you're better off opening them and seeing if you get something. Not guaranteeing anything. The odds of pulling are the odds of pulling. What they don't tell you through that article I found, I don't think they tell you how many total cards are made. I don't know that Topps reveals that information. So the odds of pulling are, you know, not exact science. Chuck said my local GameStop has them in stock. GameStop app lets you check local inventory. That's all. I never trust that if it's a low number. If it says there's like 2 in stock, I never trust it. If it says they have 20 or 30, then oh yeah, you're probably good. But anyway, if you guys were thinking about it and you don't know a lot about sports cards, you probably don't want to get into it. But if you want to take that chance, and it is a lottery chance, it's like buying any pack of cards, like Pokemon or whatever. You don't know what you're going to get. So I'll be doing my videos soon, hopefully. Poppin' Sock says in Canada, the store Imaginaire has hundreds of boxes. Ooh, what are they charging in Canada, Poppin' Sock? Oh, really, Chuck? Yeah, so I would always call your local store before you make a trip over and ask them. And you maybe even ask if they'd be willing to hold. $79.99 Canadian. Canadian US dollar conversion. Canadian $79.99. That's about $59 US. So that's an awful steep markup, probably because of tariffs and whatnot. If you're in the US, or if you're in Canada, I don't know that you'll get a better deal just because of those factors. But in the US, you can get $39.99, much better deal. Buy them while you can, if you're thinking about it. Oh, that's cool, Falconer, about the popcorn bucket. I saw that guy, the YouTuber who made his movie, what was it called, Iron Lung or whatever, that came out last month. He did that. He put out the 3D print files for his popcorn bucket, and they worked with the theaters to get you free popcorn. Right, Poppin' Stock? That's the reason. That's the reason. Has nothing to do with self-control. I'm excited about that. So I'll be opening those soon, along with some other stuff. I just have been so busy with work and personal time, I haven't had a chance to open, which is killing me. I'm still sitting on these eggs. I'm still sitting on all kinds of stuff that I want to open. I did buy a, what do you call these? I just blanked. This is not a hobby box. This is a, crap, they write it on there. There's so many different names for these things. And if you don't do your research, you can really make a big mistake. I don't remember what they call these. Anybody remember? Booster. No, that's not right. It's something else for these in sports cards. But a couple weekends ago, they had the Topps like National Day out. This is a blaster box. Thank you, Tech. It's a weird name, honestly. But certain boxes will have your chance at certain cards too. Like these eggs are the only place you can get these crazy ones with a green foil polka dot background. And like these may be the only place you can get like the yellow. I don't know what comes in these specifically, but depending on the ones you buy, there are certain exclusives that may be for those style boxes or packs only. Quadrel's the Heart, what's up? Sully needs to hire a secretary who will keep ripping packs and boxes. No, because that's the fun. Like, if I were truly going to just invest in sports cards, which is what a lot of these guys have done, including Tom Brady here recently, they absolutely have a team that just cracks stuff open and sells. They do lives, which is really smart, boosts their numbers, but then they'll sell the individual cards, they sell pack break slots, all kinds of stuff. It is big business these days. And Fanatics they are absolutely just every couple weeks there's a new product coming out. There's Topps Chrome, there's Bowman Chrome. There's going to be like every couple weeks you got baseball, then you got basketball, football, hockey. Upper Deck's the only one that has hockey these days. Soccer, women's basketball. Like there's just so many things, and people are getting into it, and that's just sports cards. Shep and our friend Gary V. Gary V's cranking out. He's working with Topps, which means he's working with Fanatics. He's got the V Friends cards. He's got the Chrome V Friends cards. He's got the stickers. They're cranking it out too. There's huge money in cards right now. And I honestly, at the beginning of COVID, if you told me go with sports cards, it's still got a lot of room for growth, I would have said no. And I probably said this on stream, like I don't think the growth opportunity is there. Don't mess with it. It has absolutely blown the doors off anything I thought it could do. Chuck said, got my April NFT pops yesterday. The shipping company misrouted them, so it took a few more days. Mine are here. That's what we were going to get to next. Sully going to have a 24-hour pack rip stream at this rate. Bet could make money from that. Maybe, but I have already decided with the pack ripping stuff, I may do the occasional pack here, but I'm going to do this as pre-recorded video and put it out there. There's just too much opportunity for that to go well. I have been sucked into watching those lately, and I love it. I can't pass up somebody doing some pack rips. Tech said, Sully, you should attend Fanatic Fest out here this year in July. You know what? I would love to. I would also like to go to the National, which is another big sports card show. But, you know, with work and everything, I don't know how much travel I'll be able to do. Monster Pete, ordered from GameStop. Good job. Best of luck to you. Yeah, and Shep, that's Kevin O'Leary, if you guys know him, who is part of Shark Tank and was recently in that Marty Supreme movie, which I think he produced as well. He is not only hedging the bet that sports cards and trading cards in general are going to be even bigger in the future, but he's making that true. Just like Gary V with the NFTs and the cards, they're not only talking the game, they're putting their money into it, and because they're putting their money into it, it is growing, just by sheer virtue of them doing it. Same with Logan Paul, but Kevin O'Leary bought the most expensive, was it the Logo Men? Was it Jordan and... I forget who it was. Was it Kobe maybe? And paid like $17 million or something for it. He just got a necklace built for it. That's marketing. And Kevin O'Leary is taking that from Logan Paul. That he didn't come up with that, but he knows how good that marketing is. He didn't have to pay a dime for it. Just him making the purchase increases the value. But those guys are doing, I wish they'd get into pops, but sports cars are easier. And the graded stuff, it really helps. Now PSA is not going to grade Funko anymore. That's a shame. It was Jordan and Kobe. I was right. Yeah, and I think he paid like $13 million for the card, but it's already, like, there are people already talking it's worth 20 mil. Let's see. O'Leary card purchase. I was close. 12.932 million that he paid at Heritage Auction in August. And I don't know what the exact value of it these days. He said in an interview 4 days ago, he thinks it's worth 20 mil now. So a $7 million increase in value. He hasn't got the money yet. He hasn't sold it. Just because he bought it and he's pushing it. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Jordan and Kobe stuff. I have a special box for my pops that I want to open before we get into the NFT pops. But you guys were here when I won, when I opened the pack and I won the 1 of 1 from Nick and Nessa, the My Pops Mashups cards. I opened the packs here on stream a few weeks ago, and one of the cards I pulled out that they said had been not unearthed yet was this. Congratulations, you pulled a 1 of 1 doodle card. And I got a box in. I have not opened it. It is still sealed. I'm going to open it with you guys. Nick and Nessa did message me in advance to let me know that the card was coming, which is great. But I get to see it in person now, speaking of cards. I love that they're doing this. I think it not only proves the desire for people to crack packs and open cards, but it shows that it can even be these kind of a niche, you know, they're following, their customers, their fans. It's amazing. My pops, your pops, our pops. Good presentation, good shipping, S-tier shipping. Chuck, hold that. Came with a My Pop sticker. Came with a little reminder. Oh, no, thank you for your purchase. And does have reminders about streams. This is very smart. If you're shipping out products, you should always be advertising still. Oh, I got an awesome Snart pin. Love that. I got to put that on my lanyard to wear to the con tomorrow. Matter of fact, I got to get my lanyard to wear to the con. And then we've got the card. Expertly wrapped. Nick tier shipping. I have the card for that too. Nick tier shipping. Where's my card? Should show this every time. Nick tier shipping. Coming to a porch near you. Well, it came to my porch yesterday or day before. I know it's in a protector, so I don't have to be super careful, but still. Shep said to Miss Jesse Star, no, I know. I was saying how he sold it for much higher than he bought it. Appreciated a ton more value after he acquired it and bought it. Exactly. He's doing the marketing himself, just like Paul did. I don't know if that's who you're talking about or if you're talking about Kevin O'Leary. But Paul did the same thing. And when asked about it, they're like, what kind of marketing budget do you have? What are you spending on building these brands? He goes, nothing. My name attached to it is the marketing. And whether or not he's a cocky SOB or not, that's just smart. Oh, I got to take it out of the... You're talking about Paul? Yeah. I don't know what kind of person he really is, but he's a marketing genius. Whether he accidentally backed into it, fell into it, whatever you want to call it, if it's just right place, right time, he's a marketing genius. He has built billion-dollar empire off his name, and he doesn't have to spend any money on marketing. It's so smart. There's the back of the card. They took one of the cards and then they did some art on top of it. And here is my doodle card. You can see they put the marker, the paint on the surface of the card to sparkle up and give it almost like a 3D texture. That's genius. I love this. Yeah, I love it. You can see the shirt and pants are all painted. There's the sparkly paint up on the top there. And they put it in a case for me. I love this. Right, Shep? 100% agreed. Like them or hate them, those brothers do it like nobody else. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Shep, we've talked about this before, but you get it. And there are certain people who get it. And you can hate another person and what they stand for and what they do. Certain people come to mind. I won't even say the name. But if they're good at it, they're good at it. And they are good at it. I don't personally know what kind of person he really is. Oh, sweet. So I got some extra cards as well. So I got the standard card. Got to get a case for your what? Linder, did you get a doodle card? Walking Miracle, Nessa did not make me an offer, I don't think. Wait, did she? She might have said something, and I was like, hell no, turned it down. Oh, yes, Chucky Charms. I got the Charles Laird card. I love. Oh, nice, Linder. That's amazing. You definitely have to get a case. You can pick up. This one is magnetic. They used to have screw down cases, but you can pick up a nice magnetic case like that off Amazon, super cheap, or at your local card store. We got open mic night. I love all the styles. Oh, there's another Chuck card. The elusive Chuck Buck spotted. I love it. The art on these is so good. And then we got a Gus Hieronymus. Ready to get sweaty. I love how they included their friends and customers, fans. I think that's such a great deal. Yeah, that'd be cool to have a Hoot card. This set is so much fun. GG's on the 101. I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I could even get in on this and support Nick and Nessa, but also to get something for me. And then it just happened to work out that I got. So I've got a nice set going here. I need to get these in a binder. I just ordered some more penny sleeves. But that was super sweet of Nick and Nessa to send me a few extra cards. So now I'm closer to a complete set. That's awesome. And the Snark pin. I definitely have to get that on my lanyard for tomorrow. Got to figure out which lanyard. I have so many lanyards, but I have one that's got my boutons and pins. I can see it back there when I lower the desk. I'll grab it. My Pop just released some bowling apparel merch. Oh, they did, Nadu? Let's look. I think it's My Funko Pops is the website. I saw that Top Pops is in town for Emerald City Comic Con, along with Wasatch and Sick Ink and a bunch of other dudes, and they got to go and hang out at the bowling alley at Funko HQ and do some bowling, which is super cool. Oh, it's Snart on the back there. Can we get a close-up? Family fun night, cosmic bowling with My Pops. Oh, it's coming up. April 17th. So it's got a chest, upper left chest print, and then the full back. You can get it in the blue, the pink, or the black. There's a crew neck, a hoodie, and a full zip. And those prices are great. I should probably pick up a hoodie or something. Thank you for letting me know about that, Natty. That's awesome. Chuck said he's already starting on the next. Oh, how fun. I can't wait. I'm getting in on those too. April 7th. I wish I could just pop on up there for bowling night. I love a good bowling night, but that's quite a trip to go to the bowling alley. Coming from Seattle to Shelby Township, Michigan. The full zips are amazing. I have an older, nice Chuck. Yeah, those are great. If you're going to go to the event, you definitely should get you a shirt or a hoodie or something. I was just thinking, like, I paused for a minute. I was thinking how cool it would be to get everybody together for a big bowling tournament, but having everybody fly in would be tough. We'd have to do it around a con or something. That'd be so much fun to do it for charity. I used to do some bowling for charity when I was a kid. I'm just recalling that. Like I would go and get people to donate, and they would donate however much per pin that I bowled. And one year I bowled like a 200 game when I was like young. I'm pretty sure we cheated. We might have had the bumpers up or something. And people had to donate a lot more money than they were expecting because they're thinking, oh, this kid's going to bowl like a 70. That's so funny. I hadn't thought about that in years. Okay, so that's the 101 card. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and put it... where did I put it? I put it under my stack of cards. I'm going to put it up on my shelf over here. I guess I should organize it next to my Snark. But I did get in some boxes. One of the last shipments of our NFT Funko Pops from Drop. Can't believe that it's over. I cannot believe it's over. Why? My Pops has the entire alley to ourselves for the 2 hours. Oh, that is cool. That is really cool. I think these are all April Fools, but I could be wrong, so let's just find out. We won't go into opening every single one and looking up values and stuff. I think that ship has kind of sailed. Oh, man. The royalty, Handsome Freddy. I love that they did the, I remember when this pack opening was so much fun, the glitches and stuff. You got, looks like the Post-it note up on the top. We do have the properly numbered royalty 1620 out of probably what was like more like could have been 2500 or something like that. Of course, you got the foil embossing on there. There is the back that shows the card. So for those who, I think everybody here knows how you get the royalty, but collecting all the, what is it? Common, rare, uncommon, epics. Got you the royalty set. Boy, it's been forever since we talked about that. He is a little creepy, for sure. I did do multiple. I think this one might be... This one and the box one are my favorites, but this is Doodle Freddy the Grail. I actually did get a Grail on this one. 945 pieces out of the possible 999. I love that it looks kind of like a gingerbread cookie or like a 2D with the outline. I think that's a really fun pop. 945 pieces in the world. Now imagine, you take the Bitty Pop sports cards, 490 pieces, and they're selling for $1,000. If those kind of numbers were still kicking or ever kicked for NFT pops. Got another handsome Freddy. We could be looking easily at a $400 to $500 pop there, but we're not. I got 3 boxes because I think I did a few royalties and I had pretty decent luck with these. I think I may even bought some stuff aftermarket, some NFT redeemables. What's that? Just mentioning how to build a royalty really makes me sad to think it's up, right? I've forgotten the whole thing. Oh, it does say originally what the number was, doesn't it? No, it has the proper number in the back corner as well. Looks like. I can't make it out because it's such a small detail, but... When NFTs bounce back, I'm sure they will bring it back. I don't know, Nadu. Maybe. I hope so. I really hope so. We've got the sandwich, which I didn't know is holding in his other hand. You can see in the back of the box there, he's holding a little logo for Fun Days, which is kind of a cool touch for Camp Fun Days. There's the back. The Fun Days sandwich. That is numbered to 1776. That is a legendary. I think I had several of these. Yo, Steve. Steve says, love the sandwich. There's another royalty handsome Freddy. I think they got 3 of those going so far. Did anybody see the Poppin' Craze photo of him with all his Toy Store boxes in his front driveway? Insane. He must have had like a huge truck drop off multiple pallets. So crazy. I got another sandwich. And then one more whole box. I do know the Stranger Things NFT pops jumped up in value during the final season. I think that maybe even still holding some value. Which is one of the reasons my pops is offering to buy Stranger Things and Walking Dead right now. Oh, here we go. The damaged box. I love this pop. Got the Band-Aid, full 3D box. Got the face inside there. He's all crumpled up, and he's even got Max Token Head. It says Max Token Head on the front of the box in there. That's a legendary limited to 1,770 pieces. Funko or Drop should have personally delivered it to him. Right? He officially had a truckload. He owns and runs the majority of the market for that. That's brilliant. I love it. Such a smart dude. And if things had gone better with that, he'd be making a lot more money off of it. Another sandwich. What is that? 3 sandwiches? And the final one. I know I only got 1 Grail, but oh, a 4th sandwich. I had some luck with the sandwich. Which for me, I'm still holding the NFT pops. I have not sold any. Gave some away. We might have had 1 or 2 in like the Superb Owl stuff in the past years. I have a full meal. But I haven't sold mine. I still think that there's a huge up potential on these. And also, I'm not incentivized to sell right now. I don't have to, so. So sad because I want to box all labels. Eat with caution. I might need to get damaged box on eBay. That one is awesome. Oh yeah, you could probably do that, Punk. I bet some people are selling off cheaper when the box is damaged. Oh, the box should be damaged, says Chuck. A damaged box and a damaged box. I disagree. But it would be kind of funny to have one that matched more closely to the pop itself. Like if you could get a crumbled up box for fun, just for display, but keep the nice one. Wait, what did Walking Miracle say that was a good idea? Oh, the full meal. Yeah, I still cannot get over the hatred and misinformation that surrounded these. It was one of the best things that Funko, or any company for that matter, in collectibles has done. I think Hot Wheels did some really cool stuff with their NFTs because they're the Fidgetals. They have the redemptions. I think Funko knocked it out of the park with their program, and I think that's a big... that should be attributed to the staff, the people they got from Tokenhead, that they had run the program in conjunction with the people at Funko, of course. Brian Mariotti supposedly was really hyped on the NFTs. I don't know how true that is or not. I think that might have just been kind of a marketing thing. Callard said it's amazing 3,500 piece count pops are going for hundreds of dollars, yet the 1,776 piece sandwich was going for tens of dollars. It makes little to no sense. I think a lot of it has to do with the license. You know, if you sell a 500 piece Batman black and white, it's going to do better than a sandwich, for sure. But I think that so many people just hated on the NFTs from the get-go and just created this atmosphere around the NFT pops that really hurt the value. And that's one of the reasons I'm holding is over time, I don't think that attitude, that opinion will matter. I think the sticker count will matter. And we still, no matter what anybody says, if that Funko collecting is dead, they're the Beanie Babies, blah, 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 blah. There's plenty of people still collecting Funko, and you can go on and look at sold items all day long. There's stuff that's just going through the roof. There's still a lot of people that love collecting. And if we get past this time in our economy, in our country, and people have more disposable income again, we could see a huge pick-me-up on this again. They ship the Dungeons & Dragons NFTs maybe tomorrow, says Monster. Be awesome. I think a lot of it is initial demand and how the release goes overall. Yeah, I think a lot of value is dictated by scarcity and yeah. Was it hard to get them? How did it go? Was everybody freaking out about it? That kind of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put a few more of these in protectors and then put them aside. Sports Technology Keith with the sub 40 months. Thank you, Sports Technology Keith. How are you, my friend? Did I get through all the stuff I needed to open? Oh, I think so. So if you guys have anything else we need to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep chatting as I put these boxes into boxes. The box pop in the defendant's box needs to go in another box to protect it. And then we will play the box game at some point here very soon. Another box thing. And then probably going to shut it down around 7 tonight. I was hoping to get some gaming in last weekend, but man, by the time it was over and I got some things done here around the house on Saturday, I just did not have the energy to even game on. Just to buy like 100 at a time, if you can afford it, of course, and use when he does at different times of the year, he'll have a discount code that'll get you like 10% off, which will pay for, the tax and stuff, and there's free shipping. So I usually pay around $1 to $1.25 a piece for these. That's about what I get them for. But they're the best of the best. The corners on these are so well done that you can drop one of these, and it's the equivalent, I think, of having it in a stacker if you drop it. Now, if it gets really run into by something, you can get some damage, but it's going to take some serious force. Oh, yeah, clocks change forward. Don't forget that. You're going to lose an hour this weekend. Really, Tech. I did manage to play a little bit here and there. I try to get the daily achievements, and I did get the all of the space suits. and I was working on some of the other like bonus round stuff in Fortnite. But honestly, because I've only had a few minutes here, a few minutes there, I've played more Rocket League lately, and I got up to Platinum 1 level 3 the other day, highest I've been in a while. Yeah, Nadu, do the clocks change for you guys too? Do y'all honor that over there? I know not everybody does. There's, in fact, in the States, there are areas that don't honor it, which I've always found very odd. I wish we could just do away with the whole thing, but. Tech said, nice, yeah, I'm only on 146, but I think we need 200 to finish all. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I realized I thought I had gotten most of the achievements that I needed, and then I realized there was a list that went down further than I thought. Yeah, Arizona has some, I don't know if it's the whole state or a good chunk of the state. There's still some cities that do acknowledge it. So you can be driving through a city and the time changes for a while and then goes back. I think there's a couple of pockets within Arizona that do acknowledge it, which is very strange. Pretty sure that's where that's at. Natty said, nope, we never change our clocks. Y'all are the big brain. Y'all are the bigger brain. It's the move. There's no reason for it. No need. Somewhere in Canada is doing away with the whole change thing, only changing for the last time on Sunday. Good on them. Everybody who makes that decision makes it a little bit easier for us to make that decision. Old BC, right? Yeah, right, Falconer? Hopefully soon. That's got to be insane living in a state where you not all in the same time zone. It's madness. Honestly, I got to figure out if China. I don't know if China adjusts the clocks. I don't think they do. So that could actually impact my days because, like right now, we have a couple meetings like on one day each week that are in the evening. That might change for me on the time. And then also, like I have just a little bit of overlap with my coworkers right now. If I kind of work a little late and they come in a little early, I wonder if that's going to change at all. Oh, of course, Falconer, I will. I didn't ever think to look ahead to when the time changed. I'll know instantly on Sunday if I look. I am smart enough to do that. Part of Michigan is in central where most is in eastern. It's so strange. Have you seen the study that there's more accidents and craziness that happens when it's the day of the... Yes, Tech, 100%. There's also an increase in heart attacks, specifically this coming Sunday, the day where it moves forward. Something about the way it messes with people's, like, just their circadian rhythm or whatever. Suicide, crazy. That is nuts. Poppin' Socks, I choose to not change time anymore. People adjust to me. Man, you are a baller status if you can get away with that. China does not change its clocks for daylight savings. So that'll be interesting to see how that might impact my days. Honestly, I wish there was more overlap because there's plenty of questions I have in any given day, and I feel so bad bugging people that I will... I'll basically send one question a day to somebody, and that's it. Otherwise, it's going to wait for the next day. I figure it out, or I bother somebody here in the U.S. Who might know the answer instead of bugging my team back in China, because I know for me, I don't like to walk into a bunch of crap. I like to come in and maybe if somebody needs something, it's a couple things, but I don't like to walk into just being berated with a ton of questions and things that people probably could have figured out on their own. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, did you come ask me before you even tried to figure it out? Because if you did, you're doing everybody a disservice. China Standard Time UTC +8 is consistent across mainland China, which must be its own difficulty to deal with coast to coast on such a large country. Yeah, I can imagine. That is nuts. I know Kelly's excited. She likes a lot more daylight, whereas I am the opposite. But I am excited about us getting more evening time because I was trying to continually get in walks, and they got really tough during the winter. I'd have to do it at like lunchtime, and especially having the job now, I can't do it after work or else it's dark out. I mean, I could, but it's not safe. We go on a big path, me and Charlie, that's a couple miles out, a couple miles back. And I want to get back to doing that regularly. So now with the time change, I'll have more time in the evenings that I can do that. What's up, Matthew Abbott? How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. We just got done opening up the April Fool's Pops. We looked at my 101 from my Pops. We talked about top sports cards and the Biddy Pops that you can get in the super boxes. We talked about Emerald City Comic Con. I think that's the run of all the good stuff we've talked about today. We'll be playing the box game shortly, probably in the next 20 minutes. So if you guys are so inclined, make sure you don't leave. Make sure you don't go. What was the phrase that Priscilla came up with? You can live anywhere in the world, but you can't poop right now. That's what she said last week. What's up, Bubba James? How are you now? Yeah, so what, I'm just telling everybody, it's the last night to order your Emerald City Comic Con inspired boarding passes to get the 2 free NFTs. If you haven't done that already, it shows up in the chat every so often. You can still order through tonight. But we've got 3 of them so far. What cons we'll have the rest of the year? Definitely San Diego Comic Con, definitely New York Comic Con. I hope I'll get to go to New York Comic Con. It seems very likely, but you know, nothing's guaranteed. What else? I know MegaCon is looking pretty attractive this year because Thrilljoy is going and having a party. The East Coast gets like no love on the parties. New York's gotten a few over the years. I don't think Florida has ever gotten any kind of party from Thrilljoy, Rocky Moto, or Funko. So that's pretty cool. I think Tanner's going to go, if I saw right on one of his posts. So MegaCon could be C2E2. I would love to go to. I've never been in all these years, and I've always heard wonderful things about that. Dragon Con and MegaCon, and somehow I've managed to miss all those. Yes, Washington State SummerCon is coming up in when is that one usually? June, July? I think June. They've already made a couple of announcements, and if anybody does not know, and I wouldn't expect you to know this, that one is held up here not too far from my house and is run by a really nice gentleman who knew me from the Funko days and asked me to moderate some panels. So each year I've been able to moderate a few, and I've had some just mind-blowing experiences with like Giancarlo Esposito and Jewel State and just so many fun people. They're talking about the Defenders getting back together, and Mike Coulter has been approached by Marvel, my good friend Mike Coulter. They got to hang out with for an hour on stage one day. That he may be coming back as Luke Cage. I'm very excited about that. Adam Baldwin from Firefly. If they do this Firefly reunion thing that they're talking about, you guys seen all the implications with this? It's pretty crazy, man. Nathan Fillion's been going to each cast member's home, and they're opening the front door, and he's saying, it's time. We're going to do the thing. And he's already confirmed it's not a podcast. It's not a convention. So it leaves the door open for a possible continuance of the series, which would be a shame because we lost some people. A possible reboot. I don't know what that would look like. Or some other, like, I don't know what it could be. A movie, maybe? I would think it would be a real travesty to continue the series and you don't have Alan Tudyk in it, right? The one with Morena Baccarin was funny with both of them and their cop. Yes, I love that. That is so good. So I can't wait to see. Apparently, we're going to find out on March 15th. So 9 days from now, we're going to find out what the big news is with Nathan Fillion and the crew. It could be, I think he said, not a comic book either. So it really does change things. Here's Washington State SummerCon coming up June 19th through 21st up here in Puyallup, Washington. Famke Jensen was just announced. It's part of the X-Men franchise for sure. What else was she in on here? GoldenEye. I didn't realize she was in that. Tekken 1 through 3. Or Taken 1 through 3, not Tekken. The Wolverine. Yep. Primal. House on Haunted Hill. Rounders. I forgot she was in Rounders. That was a great movie. Who else they getting? Lee Waddell, who was Ghostface in Scream 1 and 2. Yeah. Henry Winkler. I would love to moderate this panel. The Fonz. I think he's just so awesome in the stuff he's been in over the last, 10 years. I love him on Barry, especially. Freddie Prinze Jr. coming to Washington State SummerCon. That's huge. Rachel Lee Cook. Oh, okay. She's all that reunion. That could be a fun panel. Jamie Alexander. I did not know that. I didn't see that before. Wayne Knight from Jurassic Park and Seinfeld. Patrick Warburton. I saw a great panel with Patrick Warburton one time at Emerald City Comic Con, ironically, where somebody asked him to do the voices of 3 of his characters. It was like Gronk and whatever, the Tick and his character from Family Guy have a conversation, and he did it. It was fantastic. Steve Burns from Bluey, or Blue's Clues, sorry. Those are the announcements so far. Oh, Sam Witwer. Between him and Freddie Prinze, that's pretty cool. I think those are the only big announcements so far, but they'll continue to make announcements as we get closer to June. And I've crossed my fingers. Every year I beg him to do a Firefly reunion panel, or at least get someone from Firefly. And if he ever gets Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk, I'll do whatever I got to do, beat up whoever I got to beat up to host that panel. It'd be well worth it. The one with Moreno was funny. Yeah, I read that. Bubba James says they can keep it with real time as past in the universe, and that's why not everyone is there. Yeah, totally, 100%. They don't have time to do much time-consuming stuff because of the Rookie and Sheriff Country filming. Yeah, but they only film certain times of the year, which leaves them open in the other times of the year for movies or whatever else. So even if they did do some sort of reunion show, it would probably be very limited, at least at first, to test the waters. Like I could see them doing like a movie or a mini series. I don't call them that anymore. They call them like a limited something, a limited series. They could do a 3 or 4 season episode thing and see how it goes. And then if if it goes well and the ratings are off the charts, they could always do more. Seeing Sully in a real street fight could be an interesting pay-per-view event. It wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good for anybody. I don't want to fight anybody. But honestly, like, that would be a dream come true. If I could host any one panel in the world, I gotta think it would be Nathan Fillion. I would love to do the whole cast of Firefly, but honestly, with that many people, it gets complicated. You don't get much time with each person. I would rather just be just Nathan and Alan, or just Nathan. That would be the dream. I want to just hang out with Nathan Fillion. That's what if I got to host that panel, I would 1,000,000%. I would ask in advance, but I would do the gag. I would have a couple of beers, and I would pull them out, and I'd be like, I've always wanted to have a beer with Nathan Fillion. Would you have one with me here on the panel? And crack a cold one and give it to him right there. Have to be a Washington beer, something from the state up here. Oh, Mac and Jack. Maybe Mac and Jack. There's a nice Jurassic Park group cast appearance at C2E2 with Wayne Knight. Wish I were attending for that photo. Oh, that'd be dope. Sully and the Family Guy chicken in a street fight. It works itself. I do love chicken. All right. I'm going to sit for the rest of the time, I think. Let's lower the desk down. We'll get ready for the box game. Why? The cables, I still haven't fully put this thing into the final configuration, mainly because I'm lazy. But the cables that dangle below the table have caused some issues. I gotta run those and like zip tie them under the desk. Manifested a beer with Nathan Fillion. I mean, how awesome would that be? But the chicken is in his Boba Fett outfit. Ooh, just noticed you already put a SEA boarding pass on the... I did! I wondered if y'all would notice. Right there. That sticker came out so nice. It's got some really fine details on it, like the city buildings that come up out behind Nerd Unite and behind 2026. And then the... it's not a pure black behind the words and the arches there. It's like a deep gray, and there's some... I don't think the camera can pick it up here, but there's some deep black art on the gray that you can't quite make out, but you'll see it in person. It shows up real good. By the way, if you did pre-order and you're getting the free NFTs, those will also most likely go out Sunday. I won't be able to get them out tonight. So I'll send out the free NFT from tonight and the ones from the pre-order for the boarding passes on Sunday. I've got myself a note so I don't forget. And I believe a tweet went out just a few minutes ago. Yes, letting everybody know that the final day to order, it's right there on screen, is today if you want to get the freebies. I have a image I created for Instagram stories too I should put up real quick. Uh-oh, text from my mom. What she had to say. Okay. Did I download it? I think I did. Nope, that was just the announcement for the live. So let's grab that info real quick. Speaking of NFTs, Atomic Hub. No. Are you kidding me? I've been looking every day. Let's look. I'm so excited. Why are you messing with me? Did you do that on purpose? Who? Walking Miracle? Do I just need to clear my cache or something? What kind of mean-spirited? Oh, specifically go to Wax? Okay, interesting. I would not have thought to do that. Oh, look, okay. Just some very basic color changes, but it is different. Explore. It's loading very quickly. Well, listening to the conversation with the guy who is now running it, his whole thing was don't make major changes to the site. Instead, work on the back end and making everything quick and snappy and very quick moving the way it should be so that we're not sitting around waiting on stuff to happen. And you'll notice, looking at this, I noticed a lot of little minor changes. That little orange bar there on the side. Let's see how quickly these load. This feels about like it used to be, but the images are loading quicker. That's good. So I just loaded my wallet, which has 9,000 NFTs, so that's quite a chunk to load there. Let's go to the market. Let's look up nerds. Let's just see my stuff comes up. It does. That loads. Those images are loading pretty quick. In the past, oh, I wonder if the ones that are messed up ones that my images never showed, if those will show now. Let's test. Let's go to my collection. Go to templates. Yeah, this is all loading very much more quickly than before. I know one was a Ghostbuster, if I remember right. Hoot is a Ghostbuster? Maybe not. Oh, I wouldn't have called it Ghostbuster. Maybe Hootbuster? Busta. No. Falcon? Was Falcon one of them? No, dang it. Chucky. But then none of them, I'm just remembering what they were based on. I don't remember the actual names that I used. I'm waiting to buy Wax on Atomic Hub again. It's not up still. I mean, I think that's going to be a battle for a long time, Nadu, because it's not Atomic Hub's issue, really. It has much more to do with the companies that facilitate those purchases. And for some reason, I never understood why, never got a good answer from anybody. Why is it that Wax was never listed on like Coinbase and all those other sites that so many people have accounts for already? I still think somebody pissed off somebody somewhere. Pop and stock, good sales pitch. Just win some Wax on my stream. No need to buy. Wink, wink. I love it. Yeah, these are loading very fast. What about my animated? Any of the animated cards work in here? I always want them to work in this view. No, they don't. You still have to go into them. Right, Buzzking, but you have to go to wax.atomichub.io. Good shout out. Thank you, Walking Miracle, for that. That's amazing. Oh man, this brings back the memories. I really enjoyed making all those hoots. Would love to get back to it at some point, but I need this. Where is it? Final day. I need the IG final day. Open folder. Show in folder. There we go. Twitter. Stories, final day. Finally. Let's keep scrolling. This is going back to San Diego Comic-Con like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So there's a lot of scrolling to do. But never have I seen the images load this fast. That's really impressive. I wonder if my website might end up starting to work again. Okay. Make sure I'm not accidentally posting to the wrong account. Savage posting the OG little round feller. The colors seem more saturated on this. I don't know if it's just because I'm using my center monitor. No, I think the colors are more saturated. They're more vibrant. That's interesting. Never would have thought that'd be a thing. Bright punked? It's definitely smoother. 100%. There's a handful of templates that Dr. Crispy and I worked on together years ago. Oh, remember these Emerald City Comic Con ones? These were so much fun. The basketballs, just before that for Space Jam. But he uploaded them, and on some sites they'll show, but they never would show on Atomic Hub correctly. We're getting closer. So they just look like a blank in your wallet. There's some fun San Diego Comic-Con ones. They're kind of like doodles. We're getting close. We're into round boy territory again. I think the Fred Flintstone was one of my favorites from the round boys. Those came out really good. Superb owl. So many memories. See, this is why digital collectibles are cool. The fact that we can look at them and, okay, this might be it right here. Yep, it is. These are the ones. So this hoot play right here. It just would never load. There's the image right there. But it wouldn't load in the first slot. Some wires got crossed somewhere. Nice, Monster Pete. So good that it's back, though. I know that the guy, if you guys have an opportunity, I would highly recommend you go and listen to the Consumer Break episode where they have on the guy from Atomic Hub. Very short version of the story. He is rebuilding the site from the ground up, the structure, the architecture, everything. He's leaving it mostly the same for now. This is evidence that is true. He is going to take feedback from the community, so pay attention if you want to provide feedback. I don't know what, I think he's going to do it Discord. I notice he's done little to nothing on Twitter, which is a shame because he's going to lose me for the most part. But he's doing, I think, most of it on Discord, taking feedback from users, and he wants to build new tools for creators, make it smoother and easier for us to do stuff, which I'm very excited about. He wants to go and market to, sell to big licensors, like the Funkos of the world, like the Tops, if he can. I doubt he'll get either one of those, but he's going to try. And video games. He's going to go after those as well. Somebody here last week said video game players don't like NFTs. Generalized statements like that don't do anything for anybody, and I don't think that's necessarily true, but your hoot goes to Canada red, holding a beer and a hockey stick remains one of my favorite assets of all. I did that when I went to visit my brother. I had done the art and actually launched it while in Canada. That was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff like that. But thank you for the kind words, Pop and Stock. I appreciate that, really do. I've had so much fun not only doing the art, but learning about and using the tools that were provided to us, especially on Nifty Blocks, to create pack breaks and blends and the like doing the superb owl and stuff like that we did. We really played with the systems and what could be done. And I think if we can ever get back to it, there's a lot of fun stuff still in there. There were some great projects that unfortunately just kind of fell by the wayside. I like that Twitchy Tides is still going. I still go in there and do a couple button clicks a day to keep things going, but I don't spend a whole terrible amount of time doing anything with it. But I have added quite a few birds and quite a few fish to my collection when the opportunity arose. I got a blend going a breed going right now. Oh, I'm so excited about that, Monster Pete. I love Alan Richson in anything. If you've never seen him in Blue Mountain State, he's hilarious. Great show. He was in that. And then I had the chance to talk to him years ago, and I passed it up at a con before he got huge. He said he wanted to be Batman, but somebody recently brought up that he'd be good as Venom. And even the creator of Venom is like, Alan Richson is who I want to play Venom. So it could be cool. Maybe he'll be in the MCU in the future. Nachi said, Quick Sully birthday is on the 24th, trying to decide between Hades 2 or buy Nomad Sculpt. I can't decide. Oh, man. I roll the dice. Roll the dice. Let your fate be sealed by some luck. Fun stuff. Well, happy early birthday. I will be gone during your birthday. I won't be streaming that week. Let's see, what date is that? That is a Tuesday. Yeah, I will not be streaming on the 27th because of my China trip, so I'll miss that. Sorry. All right, you guys want to do the box game? Of course you do. Who's going to say no? Immediately somebody says no. All right, we're going to do the box game. I think everybody who is here knows how to play the box game, but just in case anybody is lurking and this is your first time here and you're like, what is this guy talking about? Here is your chance to win some physical prizes. At least one, maybe a bunch. You don't have to spend any money. Anything that you win gets shipped to you on my dime. The only thing you have to do is be here and follow the rules and participate. There's one caveat to all of it, and that is if you're a winner and I go to ship you a prize, you must have a U.S. shipping address or a friend who can send it to in the U.S. and they'd send it to you, or a reshipper. That's the only caveat. I don't care where you live. You can live in Canada, on the far distant land of Canada that I could almost throw a rock and hit, or China. Or if you win, I guess I could take it with me to China and then have it delivered. I don't know how complicated that would be. But anyway, we're going to play the box game. The way it goes, I'm going to show you the prizes. Then we're going to take some Post-it notes to represent the prize. We're going to put them in these boxes. I have 5 boxes. They're currently empty. And then you guys are going to use your points, which you earn just by watching the stream. So everybody that's been here 5 minutes or more in total has some points. Of course, the more you're here, the more points you get. But I also give them away for random things. Earlier, we had a hype train. Did I ever pay for the hype train? I never paid for the hype train. Let's give away some points right now. I'm going to give everybody 100. I don't think we really completed anything. But now everybody that's here has at least 100 Sollybucks, which will buy you 10 tickets in the giveaway that we got coming up. But before we get to that part, let me show you the prizes that I've got in hand and ready to ship. First of all, I've got this Joker Chase Pop. This is a real one. I found this myself out in at a Marshall's. It is the Joker from the Suicide Squad, essentially anime. I don't know much about this, but it's a Chase nonetheless, and it's Joker. If you're a DC fan, that's awesome. It is officially DC still. We've got a Bitty Pop set from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Never been opened before. It's got the 3 Bitty Pops you can see and a mystery 4th one. We don't know what it is. We have got a Nerds Unite prize pack featuring one of my Super Summer 2025 sticker sheets. You get a few hoots. You get some Nerds Unite logos. You get some BAMs and some PALs and stuff to put on you can put it on a water bottle, or I had it on my phone case for a while. Where's my phone case? I don't have it anymore, but I just put mine on the back of the phone case. Those stickers are really high quality. They stick really well. I'm also going to include, I haven't done this before, the winner, if you get the Nerds Unite prize pack, you're going to get a TwitchCon boarding soon sticker. You're going to get a New York Comic-Con boarding soon sticker and an Emerald City Comic-Con inspired boarding soon sticker. Those are all limited to 100 pieces each, numbered and ready to rock and roll. You will get a X-Men 97 inspired Nerds Unite sticker limited to 100 pieces. You will get 4 patches, make that 5 patches that I picked up at TwitchCon, including a Twitch logo, a bear, some sunglasses, a star, and a microphone. I'll put all those in there, and an NU pen, 3D printed, my buddy Angus Maximus. That's a whole prize pack. Somebody wins, they get all that. Then we've got a Priscilla prize pack. Our good friend Priscilla Valor and Vellum, who's out at Emerald City Comic Con right now, about to close up her booth for the day. And our friend Butts on Things, Brian Cook, he's out there as well. They did this cool mashup sticker sheet that's got their characters and their cute little butts. You'll win that, along with some lined Post-its featuring Sune and friends, as well as a Sune enamel pen from TwitchCon, limited to, I want to say that says 90 pieces. Yeah. And a whole bunch of stickers from Priscilla. These are stickers she sells at her booth. Some of these may not even be available anymore. I've had them for a little while, but a whole bunch of stickers from Priscilla. That is the Priscilla prize pack. And last but not least, we've got the Deadpool Bitty Pop blind bag, which doesn't seem like much, but this comes with a little bonus game. If you are lucky enough to win this one, I will let you study the back of that pack for a couple of minutes. There are 12 different Deadpools that might come in this Bitty Pop bag. You guess, we open. If you are right, you get all the prizes shown. You get the pop, you get the Bitty Pop set, you get the sticker sheets, all the stickers, the patches, the pin, the Post-its, the enamel pin, and the Bitty Pop. You get all like $1 million worth of prizes, give or take $1 million. So yeah, this is a chance for everybody to win one or all of those awesome items. So what I'll do first is I'm going to put the giveaway up, and you guys can buy your tickets. Tickets are 10 points each. If you don't know how many points you have, you can type in exclamation point points in the chat on Twitch. It'll come back and tell you how many you have. Everybody who's been here for at least 5 minutes has points. And if you were here 5 minutes ago, you already have 100 points or more. So check your balance. It's good to know how many you have. And where's my giveaway? I'm going to launch the giveaway. You're going to use your points to buy tickets. Tickets are 10 Sully bucks each. You can buy anywhere from 1 to 150. Anywhere from 1 to 150. Remember to do the math. If you have 300 Sully bucks, the maximum number of tickets you can buy is 30, because they're 10 Sully bucks each, or points, same thing. I'm going to get this going. They must have done an update or something. Again, you must have a US shipping address if you win. I'm going to start it now. Should show up here. Bingo. Type in exclamation point enter, followed by the number of tickets you would like, or exclamation point ticket, followed by the number of tickets you would like. And the system is going to buy your tickets for you. It's not going to tell you got your tickets. That would be helpful, but it doesn't do that. And I'm going to put that up there so you guys can see as your tickets are purchased that your names are showing up on the sheet. It does not adjust the number of entrants and tickets purchased up there in the front. While we're going to leave 7 minutes on the clock for you guys to buy your tickets. While you're doing that, I'm going to organize these Post-its, make sure we have a Post-it for everything. We need a new one for a Nerds Unite prize pack. And I'm going to put these in the 5 boxes I have. That's why it's called the box game. I'm not going to look and see which box they go into. I don't want to know. It makes it fun for the end of the game. We have a Nerds Unite PP prize pack. I'm going to take my 5 box. I'm going to jumble them up a little bit. So I don't know which one's which. Is there more than one entry period? No, Steve, just this one. Just the next 7 minutes, that's it. Great question. Great question. If you have any more, feel free to ask Steve. I didn't say that this time, but anytime you come in, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because you don't know what you don't know, and we're all here to help you. We do play every Friday that I'm on the stream. So pro tips for you. If you want to be here to enter to win more prizes, many of these, if they're not won tonight, we'll be back the next time. I'm always on the lookout for cool stuff that I can add into these. If you want to earn more points, make sure your computer, your phone, your iPad, or whatever is at least on my stream when I'm live. I'm only live on Fridays now, pretty much. But a lot of times, if there's a hype train and you're here, I give everybody points, like the 100 I gave out earlier. If we're playing some games and I win, I give everybody points. At the very end of a stream, this is a real pro tip, at the very end of every stream, I do give away a bunch of points right before we raid out to somebody else to reward those who stick with the stream. You don't have to be there typing. You just have to have a device pointed at the stream. So make sure that you leave your computer or whatever on, and you'll earn those points. Anytime anybody gets them, you earn them the whole stream. Plus, you get 2 points for every 10 minutes you're here. I think that's the way it works. 2 points for every 10 minutes that you're here. So you can tally up the points pretty quick. All right, I have 5 Post-its. I'll show them close up one more time. I'll also show the prizes again in a minute, but we have the Nerds Unite prize pack. We have the Avatar Bitty Pop. We have the Priscilla PP or prize pack. We have the Deadpool BP or Bitty Pop. That's the one you want if you want to win the bonus game. And we have the Joker Chase Pop. I'm going to shuffle those. I'm going to put them into boxes while you guys are buying your tickets. I'll show the prizes one more time after that, because here's how it's going to go. At the end of 7 minutes, I'm going to close the giveaway. We're at 3 minutes right now, in case you were wondering. I'm going to close the giveaway, and I'm going to have the random number generator pick one name out of everybody who bought tickets. Of course, if you bought more tickets, increases your chances of winning, but it only takes one, and some people have done it before off of just one ticket. I don't know if anybody's ever bought one ticket and then won all the prizes in the box game. I don't remember if anybody's ever done that. But it only takes one ticket to get entered in, to be chosen. So make sure you buy at least one ticket every time. I'm going to start loading these boxes. I'm not going to look and see what prize goes in which box. Believe it or not, I don't want to know. I think it ruins the fun. Oh, yeah, Walk-in Miracle. Remind me, we'll do that again after this. I'll give away some more Sully Bucks that way. I totally forgot. We used to do that every single stream, which is why some people here have an incredible amount of points, because I like to give away bonuses and crazy stuff. Kelly's been on the stream before, and we gave her carte blanche, and she gave away, I think it was 5,000 points to everybody one day. We've had some big days on stream before. I wish I could do things like interact with my tweet and get, 1,000 points or something, but I can't really do that. Okay, the boxes are loaded. I have no idea which Post-it note is in which box, but they are loaded. One last time, I'm going to show the prizes, because after the end of 7 minutes, if I choose your name, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. I'm going to say Steve wins. I'm going to say, Steve, what box number do you want, and what prize are you hoping to win? And Steve will go, I want box 2, and I'm hoping to win that Priscilla prize pack, or whatever they want to win. That's their call. But I need to know those 2 pieces of information within 2 minutes of calling your name, or else we have to pick somebody else. Here are the prizes. We've got the Joker Chase Pop. So if you're the winner and you want this, you could just say Chase Pop or Joker Pop, whatever. We've got the Avatar, The Last Airbender Biddy Pop set, never been opened before. It's got 4 Biddy Pops in there. 3 you can see, one's a mystery. That almost sounds like a song or rhymes. We've got a Nerds Unite prize pack. We've got a limited sticker sheet. There's only 100 of these ever made, featuring some of my artwork of Hoot and Nerds Unite logos and all that good stuff. That will be yours if you win, as well as 3 of my boarding pass stickers. One that I made for TwitchCon, one that I made for New York Comic Con, one that I just made for Emerald City Comic Con. Not officially part of the show, just inspired by. A Nerds Unite X-Men 97 inspired sticker, limited to 100 pieces. A set of TwitchCon patches that they gave out while I was at TwitchCon that I grabbed up. You get the bear, the sunglasses, the microphone, and the star. Sorry, I'm doing bad camera work here. And a Nerds Unite pin, 3D printed by my buddy Angus Maximus. We got the Priscilla prize pack, featuring her collaboration that she did with Butts on Things, Brian Cook Art, where you get, I think there's 11 different stickers on there featuring different characters and their booties. We've got the lined Post-its featuring Sune and friends. We've got the limited edition TwitchCon enamel pin, one of the ones that she sold at her booth, or I think she sold. And then a whole bunch of Priscilla stickers. Some of my favorites. I love this New York Comic Con one with the pizza box. Could have been an email. Truer words have never been spoken. You got the koi. You got the all kinds of stuff. There's the Sushi California that I just... And last but not least, we've got the Deadpool Biddy Pop. If you're lucky enough to win this one, it triggers the bonus game. You'll get to study the back of the package, pick which one of these you think is in the bag. We'll open the bag. If you are correct, you not only win the Biddy Pop, you also get all the other prizes. So you could get a big old box of fun. Not that kind of box of fun, but this kind of box of fun coming your way. All right, we are past 7 minutes. I'll give everybody an extra 15 seconds to get their tickets. I'll count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to close the giveaway. Now's where you guys spam the hell out of the drum rolls. I'm going to put the boxes up here on the table. You guys hit them drum rolls. Let's get the hype going. And there we go. There's a few drum rolls on screen. There's some more. I love it. All right, here we go. We're going to pick our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wait. Draw a winner. There we go. They moved the stuff around. And our winner is Parrot 314. Parrot may have won once way back when, but it's been a minute. Parrot, congratulations. Hopefully you're here. You've got 2 minutes to tell me which box number you want and what prize it is you're hoping to win. Give me a timer for 2 minutes, just in case. I'm hoping Parrot is here, but the timer is a-going, just in case. Parrot, chime in anytime. with the box number you want and the prize you're hoping to win. Boxes are 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Is that a Zach Bonner alt account? I hope not. Prizes, we've got the Joker Pop. We got the Avatar Biddy Pops. There's Parrot 314 in the house. Box 2, Joker Pop. I don't need the timer. Thank you. Thank you, Parrot. I appreciate you. Okay, let's do this thing. You said you want box 2. We could just spin it, open it, and show you the prize. But what fun is there in that? I like to show you the prizes you didn't win first. So let's set that somewhere you can see it. At least part of it. There you go. Box 2 is your prize. We're going to show you the prizes you didn't win first. Let's start here with box 5. This is the first prize you did not win. The box is backwards for this one. You did not win the Avatar Biddy Pop. You still have a 25% chance of getting your Joker Pop. Actually higher, because you could get the Deadpool Biddy Pop and you could win it all. Let's go to the other in box 1. This is another prize you did not win. Almost. You did not win the Deadpool Biddy Pop. There goes your chance at the bonus game, but you still have a 33% chance of getting your Joker Pop. Let's go to box 4. Another prize you did not win. Oh, let's do that again. We'll give the little Kelly ending. Box 4, another prize you did not win. You did not win the Priscilla prize pack. That leaves the Nerds Unite prize pack and the Joker. I'm not going to make any deals because I know you want the Joker. 50-50 chance between box 3, which I would have told you to go for, and box 2, which you chose. We might as well just show you what you won. So it all comes down to this, Parrot 314. This is your prize. You won. Just a reminder that this is the last night to order the official Emerald City Comic Con inspired boarding pass sticker. Make sure you pre-order before midnight so you can get your free NFTs. All right, Parrot 314. Here is your prize. You won the Joker Chase. It was in box number 2, not box number 3. Parrot finally wins. We've had that one for a couple of months now. Parrot wins the Joker Chase. You called the right box. Congratulations, Parrot 314. That is amazing. And just to prove there were no shenanigans, box 3, which I would have told you to choose, should have the Nerds Unite prize pack in it. Ba-blam! Exactly. Yes. No shenanigans ever. Everything's on the up and up here. So, Parrot 314, here's what I need you to do for me. If you're on Twitter, hopefully you are, please take a moment to send me a DM. Make sure this is all in a DM, not where everybody can see it. And I need your shipping information. Send me your first and last name and your full mailing address. I need the street number, name, city, state, the whole thing. You'd be surprised how many people just give me partial information. I need, like, if you were going to make a delivery to yourself, I need all that information. If you're not on Twitter, you can send me a whisper here on Insta or on Twitch. Will also be fine. I'm going to write Parrot 314. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of these sorters that I got from my NFT pops, and I'm going to wrap this bad boy and put it in there so it's nice and protected. Shipping usually takes me a while, just so you know, Parrot 314. I usually wait for a month or two and then ship a bunch of stuff at once. I should probably ship a bunch of stuff next week. So be on the lookout. If you get me your info by then for the delivery, it'll go a lot quicker. So I would recommend you do that right away. Don't wait. And then I will get that out to you. But I am purposely slow on that. I don't do a shipment every single time that we do a stream. I like to spend a day just doing shipping. Hopefully that'll be okay. Congratulations, Parrot. Had you ever won before, Parrot, or was that your first time? I feel like you won once before. I feel like we've done that at least once. If not, congratulations, that's awesome. Zach Bonifer was trying to make it his own personal mission to just make it the Zach Bonifer box game. You put the end to that tonight. Don't have to use those rigged emotes. Don't forget, everybody, get your free NFT right there. Fill out the form tonight. ! Free NFT in the chat. Make sure you copy and paste your wax address. I still have people who are not giving me their whole wax address. First time. I love it. Thank you, Parrot. We should do a shout out for Parrot. I haven't done a shout out in a minute. Let's do a shout out. We'll put it in the box with Parrot stuff as we finish up the stream here. I appreciate you guys all being here. Don't leave yet. Remember, I'm going to give away a batch of Sully Bucks on the way out. So just hang with me a little while, and then we'll raid over to somebody. We'll look and see who's on, and we'll get you all some Sully Bucks right before we raid out to everybody. I might stream from the con tomorrow. We'll see. Kind of doubtful because usually the connection's not that great. But you'll never know when the opportunity will strike and there'll be something really fun going down. Where's my white? Let's get a Parrot 314 shout out going. Thank you, Natu6. I'm really looking forward to it. This is not the fat white marker. Where's the thicken? I hate when that happens. I try to put my stuff up every time, and then if it gets lost on this desktop. Dang dangle. Oh, there. Nope. I thought I saw it for a minute. All right, let's try something else. Where's my bird? Oh, did I see a... let's make sure we ban that. Mod actions. Ban. Just like that. Biggity banned. Okay. So yeah, just keep an eye out. If I do anything, I'll put it on the socials. What else? What's everybody up to this weekend? Anybody do anything fun? There's water on my markers. I did not do a good job on that. I'm going to start over. Anybody going to see Hopper or any other movies this weekend? I did go see Scream last weekend, Scream 7. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. Visiting your dad, that's awesome. Bad mod, I stepped, oh, you're fine. No worries, Savage. You worked this weekend? Oh, man. Do you at least get to work from home, though, Falconer? Lizard. Walking Miracle, that's actually a great question. Other than seeing Priscilla is going to be near the top of the list. Got to get some exclusives. Definitely seeing V Friends, DJ Kaufman. Probably swing by the Funko booth and just see what's going on. You know, got to go check in. I'm hoping to run into Top Pops and Wasatch and Sidekick and who knows who else will be over at the booth. And then there is a panel on tomorrow at 2:30 that is the Guardians of the Galaxy. They've got Palm Klemeroff? I can't remember. I never can remember her last name. Sean Gunn and why did I just blank on his name? Stupid brain. I've seen him so many times. Michael Rooker. I've met him. He came to the Funko booth when I worked at Funko and just took over our booth a couple of times. Always a fun and interesting experience with that guy. But they're all going to be on the panel. We're going to try to make it to that just because I do love going to at least one good panel at every con and check that out and just walk around and see what's what. You know, I love to find new stuff. I'm anxious to see if there are any blockies anywhere on the show floor. So it will be a little bit of a, you know, work recon, if you will. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Savage. I think he's a fun guy, but honestly, he is interesting. And I don't know if I truly like him or if I'm a little scared of him. Maybe a healthy bit of both. He's an interesting fella. But I have seen some really funny stuff with him in the past. Before I got to know Ming Chen really well, Ming was hosting some panels at Comic Palooza, and I went to Michael Rooker when I sat on the front row because we got there nice and early. And Michael Rooker came down that front row and like stood over every person and like messed with them and like would grab their phones and record himself doing funny stuff into it. And he really likes to mess with the ladies, which sometimes can be a bit much. I warned Kelly about it. I'm like, if we go to his panel, just be aware. He's crazy. But he's a great actor. He's great at playing some creepy characters. And he loves picking on Ming. He basically body slammed Ming on the stage at that panel that time. Very playful and abrupt with his face. That's a good way to put it, Falconer. That's a much more succinct way of putting it than what I did. I think ultimately he's probably a good dude, but I don't know. There's just a vibe. He's at least not Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno is a... The Scream popcorn buckets look dope. I saw one that looks like the face. It looked really good. So Nachi, you're collecting popcorn buckets too? You know you got to talk to Falconer. He's another big fan. I just wonder... It's got to be one of the most difficult things to collect for space-wise. Like, you can't stack a lot of them unless you buy just the standard popcorn bucket shape, but those aren't the fun ones. So what you got to have, like a high shelf that goes all the way around a room, or like some giant shelving to be a popcorn bucket collector, if you're going to show them off. I mean, look, who am I talking to? I've got tons of stuff just in boxes that I never see. Here's a real simple shout out for Parrot 314. Oh, Parrot, you got a big day coming up. 314 Pi Day is soon. I'll put that in with your pop. I pre-ordered the ghost face with the door. It is difficult. Oh, I know what I was going to show you guys. My local theater, I've showed you guys some of these in the past. My local theater does these, I want to say they're like 12 by 18 posters that they always have out for free. And they've never once told me, no, you can't have that. I usually go over and I'll grab a few. I'll try to be slick about it. 12, yeah, I was right, 12 by 18. I love them. But they usually make some different art for these too. Look at this fun one. I don't think that's the official poster that they're doing for most, but it also has the 30 years of Scream logo down there in the corner. We'll try to put this in a future box game or something. I just totally forgot that I grabbed it. I grabbed like 3 or 4 of them. The trick is getting them home minty. Or for that matter, getting them shipped minty, because you got to do a tube or the right kind of box. Savage says, Nachi, I had to stop with the popcorn bucket getting wowee or woo-wee. They were getting too good. I don't even eat popcorn, but I had to have the Ghostbusters Ghost Trap. That was one of the coolest ones ever. I totally agree with that. I wanted the Captain America shield that had like the little, it looked like a stool. It was the popcorn bucket, but it looked like a stool. Parrot 314, absolutely. Don't forget to send me that info if you haven't already, so I can get that shipped out to you when the time comes. I can't wait to see the Masters of the Universe popcorn. Oh, hey, Chuck, I just saw a really cool AI created video of He-Man, the action figure, if he were a full-size man skateboarding. And it made me think how cool you could do a cosplay using 3D printed to print the pieces to make you look like an action figure. It would be really cool. I don't have the time or patience to do it. I certainly don't have the body to do it without 3D printing a full bodysuit, but yeah, the Galacticus head, that was a cool one. Punk says, I have the Ghost Trap 2. That was a must and had to get the DeLorean was a cool one too. Chuck got the shield. Yeah, Savage, steer clear of Lou Ferrigno. He's not a cool dude. I got the Captain America shield collapsible bucket one too. Yeah, that was a really cool one. But it just, the only problem with that is the collectability in the storage. Otherwise, I think they're really cool. I like that some of them are more limited. I don't think you guys were all here, but last Friday I told the story. When I was at Toy Fair, I was at the booth. A guy walks up. I'll try to make this short. He was meeting with the salesperson, and his job, he runs a company that facilitates getting the products that the theaters sell in their lobbies. So shirts, popcorn buckets he mentioned, pops, whatever they carry in that small, perfect, Parrot. Whatever they carry in that small area. And I had a couple minutes before the salesperson came out. I was like, man, I got to say, it's such a shame that theaters don't more of them don't carry stuff to sell. It makes like sense. He goes, oh, now it's changed. We're doing a lot of that stuff. And I'm like, thank God. And I was like, but while I have you for a minute, when are we getting collectible movie tickets? Like they do, and he goes, oh, like overseas, like they do in Korea. I was like, exactly. I was like, I want something to commemorate going to the theater on opening weekend or opening day or whatever. I'll pay a premium for it, but I want a commemorative ticket. Nobody makes a good ticket anymore. I don't even get a printed one. It's all on my phone or whatever. And he goes, that's something we've heard a lot. We're working on it. I was like, oh yeah, I am in if we start getting collectible movie tickets. But he did say, well, are you a member of one of those programs at your local theater, like the $20 a month or whatever? And he was like, I said, well, our local chain is Galaxy Theaters, and they don't do that. He goes, oh, I know them. AMC does it, Cinemark does it, all of them do it. But I think they're leaving money on the table. They don't have to sell 10 million of them. They could just offer to 10,000 people a $5 additional ticket, or even a $10 additional fee to get a commemorative ticket. They could be numbered. They could come with something else if they had to, but it's just a way to bring in more money, and I think it would be huge for them. They could do it for every movie. There's like 3 movies a weekend opening. Linder said, I have a couple collectible movie tickets, one for Deadpool, one for Superman v Batman from a few years ago. Yeah, for Star Wars years ago, they did some commemorative tickets. It's been hit or miss. But I really, if I had to pay an extra $5 a movie to collect a ticket for everything I went to, I think I'd do it. Yeah, I absolutely think they're letting money slip away. But they could do it as part of a program. Like if you're part of our program and you purchase tickets through the program, that's a bonus that we'll tack onto it. That wouldn't be like a super high-end ticket, it would be something. And then you could put those into binders or whatever. Yo, Autumn's Toys, thank you for the sub. Red Rocks does that for concerts. That's cool. Be interesting to see what they do next year for Star Wars 50. Oh, yeah. They got to do something. We're going to get yet another re-release of the film in theaters, and yet they'll make millions more seeing it again. Yeah, I mean, Falconer, maybe you'd have to pick and choose which ones you want, but imagine being able to have a binder or a book or something to show all the movies you went to. I mean, I don't know if that interests you as much as it does me, but it definitely interests me. I would put them in a binder. I'd love to have the date on there of when I went to go see the movie. To me, that's just like so many cool memories and experiences. Maybe it doesn't have to be extra. Maybe it could be, sign up for our program and get one every time you buy a ticket or so. I don't know. But it's got to make the theater money. And this will be also a way for us to help our theaters stay open, because over the next 10 years, you're going to see less and less theaters. You're going to see theaters shutting down. There's still going to be 1 or 2 in every major city, for sure. Maybe a lot more. But TVs are getting better. Sound systems are getting better. More stuff's going to streaming. We're going to have to fight to keep our movie theaters. We're going to have to be willing to pay more to go to the movies. We already do. But we're going to have to be willing to pay even more than more. Next year, I will not financially recover because of who I'm dating. Nachi, Oh, cool. Boba James says this re-release of Star Wars is going to be an unedited version from 77, the way God intended. Falconer says it would. My only recap is my ticket history in the app, which is not a good experience with most of the apps. Brian, for a while, when he was going to, I forget which chain it was. It wasn't Cinemark. Anyway, they had a cool in-app experience that showed these like posters that were like hovering, which was cool. But it just stays in the app. You can't really like do much with that. I go on half price Tuesdays for $6. That's just smart. Some theaters have the good deals. Our theater here has Classic Movie Mondays, where they'll show older movies for $5. And then they have like, I think the first Tuesday of every month is like $5 margaritas or something. I think they do some cool things. I mean, we never get to go to those because we can only go on weekends. But even all the time I worked for myself, I never went to movies during the week, during the day. You have to work. Still have to make some money. Okay, it's past 7. I'd like to go spend some time with Kelly, have some dinner, We got to get to bed because tomorrow morning we're getting up to go to Emerald City Comic Con. Be on the lookout for posts from there. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Let me see who's online. I'm going to figure out who to raid. I'm going to give you guys some Sully Bucks. And, well, we could have played the game, but we're going to give everybody some Sully Bucks. And then I'm going to get out of here. So let's see who's on right now. My eyes. Oh, there are a lot of people streaming tonight. Oh, Jedi's on. Let's raid a Jedi. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing, Allie. Jedi's playing some, is it Call of Duty? Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and running some Twitchy Tides for those of you who partake. Let's add Sully Bucks to everybody first. I'm going to give everybody 200 Sully Bucks. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. We're going to raid over to Jedi. I hope you guys will go have a good time. Oh, I already pushed the button. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody, make sure they're doing okay, and above all else, most importantly, Nerd Unite. Let's go say hi to Jedi.
Vroom vroom. We haven't even. I
Where's the
gotta
sound?
turn the vroom vroom back on. We haven't been running it as much. Oh,
I don't got no
a second
sound.
raid.